All right, and Mr. Snyder, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, are there changes to the agenda?
No.
Okay, and are there public comment? Okay, hearing none, we will go on to, I would take a motion for the meeting minutes.
I move that we approve the meeting minutes, items 1 through 7.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, and consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendar, items 8 through 20.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, and payables.
I move that we approve the payables for December 25 through 29, 2023, in the amount of $897,215.50, and jury panel payments in the amount of $1,441.07.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 22, this is a bid award for bid number 2023-07, and this is for the East Cell Expansion Phase E3, and our director, John Phillips with Solid Waste.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. John Phillips for the record. The Solid Waste Department recently solicited bids for the future expansion known as Phase E3 at the Kootenai County Farm Landfill. 3 bids were received. After review, it has been determined Sullivan Construction submitted the lowest priced responsive bid. The Solid Waste Department recommends and requests the BOCC award bid number 2023-07 to Sullivan Construction for the construction of landfill cell E3 at a base bid total of $5,878,400. The department did budget all funds necessary for this project, and legal did review this process.
All right, questions, motion?
No questions.
I move that we approve the bid number 2023-07, East Cell Expansion Phase 3, Phase E3 for solid waste.
With Sullivan.
Sullivan Construction in the amount of $5,878,400.
Yes, that's correct.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 23, this is another bid award, 2023-08, and this is for a wheel loader, a waste handler, and again, Director Phillips.
Again, Commissioners, John Phillips for the record. The Solid Waste Department recently solicited bids for 1 new wheel loader for moving and loading garbage at the Prairie Transfer Station. 2 bids were received. After review, it's been determined that Western States Equipment submitted the lowest priced responsive bid. The Solid Waste Department recommends and requests the BOCC award the bid to Western States Equipment for the total purchase of 1 new Caterpillar 938M waste handler loader. The total purchase price of this machine, including warranty option number 1 and the trade, will be $266,402.62. The department did budget all funds necessary for this purchase, and legal did review this process.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we award bid number 2023-08 for the wheel loader and waste handler to Western States with the net amount after trade-in of $266,402.62.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 24, bid award 2023-09, and this is for transfer trailers. Director?
Again, John Phillips for the record. The Solid Waste Department recently solicited bids for 4 new transfer trailers for moving garbage from our transfer stations to the landfill. Wilkins Industries Incorporated was the sole bidder and did meet or exceed all bid specifications. The Solid Waste Department recommends and requests the BOCC award bid number 2023-09 to Wilkins Industries for the purchase of 4 new transfer trailers at a total purchase price $519,946. The department did budget all necessary funds for this purchase, and this bid did go through legal.
All
What was the
right.
name of the company?
Wilkins Industries,
Wilkins.
yes.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve award bid number 2023-09 for 4 transfer trailers for solid waste for Wilkins Industries for $519,946.
I second the motion. I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Thank you. All right, item 25, board approval request. This is SeaWestern firefighting equipment estimate. And Sergeant Miller, are you on the line?
Yes, Commissioner. Thank you very much. Sergeant Ryan Miller for the record. Yes, Commissioner, going before you today to request an additional amount of money for the already budgeted for air compressor, breathing air filling station for the dive team. Due to some prices going up across the industry and then us changing companies as well for various reasons, the new cost is going to be quite a bit more than what we initially budgeted for from last year. We asked for $15,000 from general fund to go towards this, and then any overages was going to come from the vessel account. Those overages ended up being quite a bit. So now we're going to ask for the additional $12,000 that's needed. $6,000 come from the already budgeted for dive team budget, the operations budget, and then $6,000 coming from the vessel account. The operations budget, we did have some plans to purchase some gear. With some openings on the team right now, we're able to push those purchases off until the next budget year. So that's where the additional funds coming from. Answer any questions that you have.
Okay, questions, motion?
No questions.
No.
I move that we approve the board request for the SeaWestern firefighting equipment estimate with the sheriff's office. Do you want to have where the money's coming from, or?
Probably is a good idea.
Yeah, $6,000 to come from the dive team's operation budget, and the balance will come, $6,587.75 will come from the recreation boater safety grant.
I second the motion.
Bill.
Oh,
I don't think it's coming from the grant.
It's coming from their,
Ryan, is it coming from a
The
grant?
vessel account.
So it's,
The vessel account.
yeah, the vessel fund.
okay, well, then the vessel fund. It's not what it,
I know, it's not what it says in our
Yeah.
paperwork, but we'll go with what you want.
if you want the vessel fund. Okay, well, then the vessel fund, $6,587.75.
I second the motion.
Correct.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Sergeant.
Thanks, Commissioner.
All right, item 26, this is the Axon Taser 10 funding finalization with Axon Enterprises, Inc., Kyle Hunt. It's a sole source procurement is what we're talking about specifically today, and Lieutenant Arts.
Yeah, Lieutenant Arts with the Sheriff's Office for the record. Yeah, just to kind of clarify what I was presenting last week, Axon Enterprise owns Taser, so they are the manufacturer and the only company we can get tasers from. So they are the sole source for the tasers. So that should clarify that. And then I wasn't very clear, and Commissioner Matari had asked if we could look within our own budget to try to find the surplus for the funds that we needed this year, and we did. Unfortunately, we have a very lean budget at the Sheriff's Office, and we don't have the extra money, so I am requesting fund balance for the remaining needed for this year, which would be $22,666.16.
22,000.
$666.16.
16 cents.
Okay, questions?
No questions.
All right, motion.
I move that we approve the Taser 10 funding finalization with Axon Enterprises, Inc., Kyle Hunt as the sole source procurement for the Sheriff's Office in the amount of $22,666.16.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye.
Thank you.
Item 27, this is an MOU, or a Memorandum of Understanding for Veterans Treatment Court and our specialty court, along with our adult misdemeanor probation. So Keith, are you going to lead us in this?
Well, first I want to introduce Judge Eckhart
Hi.
and Deputy Prosecutor Porman, who are the brain trusts behind this, who put this together. I come before you to request your signatures on the MOU to start our Veterans Court. We have to do this. We'd like to get this ball rolling. Last year we were a little bit slow on it, and we were going to try to get in halfway. We're still working with the VA, but again, what I like to do is just give a couple minutes because Judge Eckhart's been working on it 6 years. That was something we put together, and then Tristan Foreman has worked the last couple of years diligently. So I'd like to give them just a couple minutes to explain some things to you.
All right. And just push your microphone button right there. And
All right, thank you for your time. As Keith noted, we've been working on this for years, trying to get this established. We have a mental health treatment court, a drug treatment court, I think a special sector of our population that needs this type of a court is our veterans. And for a number of years, we've tried to get it going and been pushed back for one reason or another. And I think now we have all the parties on board that we really need. I know all of our prosecutors, the county, the city of Coeur d'Alene, city of Post Falls, who also has the Hayden and Rathdrum responsibilities. They're all on board with this. Our public defender's office is on board. We also have a number of private defense attorneys who are on board with this and willing and able to send their folks our way to help them out. So we're not asking for any money up front from the county, but in the future, potentially. Right now, it's a small number of participants. We're looking at like 25 max right now. I truly feel that that can grow and will grow in the future, but we're happy to answer any questions you might have about the court or the procedure.
okay, questions?
No questions. I just think it sounds like a wonderful program. And, given what the country asks of veterans, it's just one small way that the community can give back.
So will this be kind of handled like mental health court, like it'll be in the evening and?
What I'm going to try to do to not tax the system anymore with like overtime and night court is try to work it into my own private docket. And we'd have a staffing during lunch, and then I would just work it into my docket in the beginning. As we grow, we may not be able to do that all the time, but initially, that's what my proposal is.
Okay, and Director Hutchison, is there additional staffing that you will need that we need to be aware of?
Currently, we have we'll be the court compliance officers, but I kind of revisited a little bit on it too. Is yes, we could add a PO, but I think we haven't added an admin to our front area. Currently, we have a duty desk that's manned every day by our probation officer. We call it our duty desk. So I would probably bring somebody on to cover that desk, and then that way it frees up that probation officer to be back out in the field for 5 days a week. So I think going the conservative way, I would probably need an admin person, but I'll put that into next year's budget. I'm not going to ask for it right now. I'll put it into the budget, but I just want to let you know why I would be asking for that admin person, because that would really help us a lot. And then also, I'd be remiss, this was sent through legal also with Ms. Holmes' supporting documentation behind it. Just thought it was good that we bring it in front of you guys, because I think it's a very, very big deal that we're moving this way to help our veterans out. And if you had any other financial questions, I have Carmen Behringer here. She'll be supporting the documentation going to the state. So if you had any questions for her.
Yeah. Ms. Behringer, anything else to add?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Carlene Behringer for the record. As you said, Commissioner Duncan, this is going to be very similar to mental health court. So there will be funding from the state for testing and a coordinator position. So just so you know that.
How long do you think it'll take them before it actually gets implemented?
So we have to send the application down, and then I believe, Carleen, help me if there's a meeting in February.
Yes.
And then I believe there's a 6-month waiting period from the time the application's approved, so mid 2024.
Okay.
And the nice part about it is too, is Judge Eckhart's been really ahead of this. We actually had 3 people that were running through like a testing process. So we're finding out our issues instead of just land-basing the system with it. We have 3 people that are actually that are working with us and also in the system. So we're kind of working our way through it. Been very patient working with us and getting everything done.
Great.
Can I ask a finance question? The testing, will it be like the other specialty court
Yes.
testing? Okay.
Exactly.
So we'll receive payment for that?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, it'll come with all the other coordinator money.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, if there's no other questions, I would take a motion to, I guess it'd be authorize the chair to sign the MOU.
And also myself to be allowed to sign it too, because it's an MOU for the county.
I move that we authorize the chair and the adult misdemeanor probation director to execute the memorandum of understanding with the Veterans Treatment Court and Specialty Court and adult misdemeanor probation.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, thank you.
Thank you.
Look
Happy New Year,
forward to some
Commissioner.
updates and see
Thank you
how it
very much
goes.
for your time.
All right, item 28, County Department Annual Report for the Public Defender and our Auditor's Office. Ms. Falcon.
Brandy Falcon for the record. This is the public defense report that they have to submit every year to the PDC. My office has completed it and the public defender has reviewed it. And it just requires your signatures. And the report is due to the PDC today, so I will need your signature page before, honestly, right after the meeting, because I have to send it down to Boise. So I would prefer as soon as possible.
Do you have one that we can sign?
I have a hard copy right here. Would that be easier?
I
I
think
had
it'd
sent
be
one to
easier.
Terry. I don't know if she gave it to you.
I personally rather just do it now.
Okay.
So, questions or motion?
I move that we approve the annual report by the Auditor of the Public Defender's Office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 29, board approval request, the janitorial service contract approval with Building and Grounds. And our Building and Grounds guy, Greg Manley, please.
Just coming before you to, we want to get rid of ABM and hire a new company, Environment Control. Cost is roughly the same. And so I just wanted your signatures to get rid of the old company and hire the new company.
All right, and then,
New janitors are starting today.
fantastic. So we got 3 of them?
Yep,
Okay, so 3 full-time employees to
correct.
help take care of us now.
Yep. So
All right.
if you have any issues with them, let me know.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the request for the janitorial service contract.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, motion passes. Brandy, if you want to. Thank you. Okay, I think we can handle items 30, 31, and 32 together. And this is our advisory board appointments for Parks and Waterways. And we've got a couple reappointments of Don Warner and Gary Schmidt and a new appointment of Jeffrey Stagner, all with the December 31st, 2020. Oh, hold on. Jeff Stagner is taking a position, one that was vacated. So that's 12/31 of 24, and then the other 2 are 12/31 of 2026. Questions, motion?
I move that we approve the appointment of Don Warner to Parks and Waterways, term expiring 12/31/26. Gary Schmidt, Parks and Waterways, term expiring 12/31/26. And Jeffrey Stanger, Parks and Waterways, term expiring 12/31/2024.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 33, updated lease agreement for Blackwell Island Boathouse and Hagadone Marine Group, and Director Snyder.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Next item for the record for items 33 through 36. On September 13th, the board approved our annual boathouse lease with Hagadone Marine. However, they had some language change to the lease, and they've asked us to re-sign. Council has reviewed the lease, and it's ready for your consideration.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the updated lease agreement for Blackwell Island Boathouse with Hagadone Marine Group and Parks and Waterways.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 34, MOU between Kootenai County and Venture 6 LLC for the ingress and egress of the county's maintenance of Maori State Park. And this is for 2023 and I think 5 years, and Party of Berg. So Director Snyder again.
Yes, before you is that MOU with Venture 6 LLC, which is necessary for the county to maintain Maori Park and have access into the property. As the board's aware, it's a boat-in only facility, so this is really critical that we maintain this access. So council has reviewed it, and it's ready for your consideration.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the MOU between Kootenai County and Venture 6 LLC for ingress and egress for county maintenance of Maori State Park 2023 with Berg.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 36, Turner Point Fixed Pier Dock Construction Agreement, and this is with Stancraft Marine Construction and our Parks and Waterways again.
Before you is a contract with Stancraft Marine in the amount of $43,900 for the construction of a fixed pier at Turner Point Boat Launch on the east side of Lake Coeur d'Alene. And funding for the project is provided by Vista Utilities, so there's no expense to Kootenai County to complete the work.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the Turner Point Fixed Pier Dock Construction Agreement with Stancraft Marine Construction.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 36, Board Approval Request, Joint Powers Centennial Trail, RTP, and this is a grant letter of support, and Director Snyder.
So the Joint Powers Trail Maintenance Committee has identified approximately 2 miles of the Centennial Trail that's in need of replacement, to which 1 mile is Kootenai County jurisdiction, the other mile is in the city of Post Falls. And the city of Post Falls has volunteered to author the grant, and if it is successful, the county would then manage the project on behalf of Joint Powers. Matching funds in the amount of $90,000 will come from the Joint Powers account, and we're working with our partners at the North Idaho Centennial Trail Foundation for some additional match contribution. So if the board supports this grant application, Joint Powers Committee would appreciate a letter of support for the grant. And of course, I'm pleased to work with your staff to create a letter for your consideration.
Okay, questions?
No questions.
All right, motion?
I move that we approve the request for Joint Power Centennial Trail RTP grant letter of support for Parks and Waterways.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Thank you. All right, item 37, Resolution 2023-89, and this is for the Vacation Donation Program Policy and our HR. Ms. Sweet, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. What you have before you is Resolution 2023-89. This is in regards to the vacation donation policy that was approved on 12/7 at the HR meeting.
All right, questions? Motion.
I move that we approve Resolution 2023-89 for the Vacation Donation Program Policy with Human Resources.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Public comment. Jonathan, anyone online?
Hi, Brandy Falcon for the record. So usually we were giving Caitlin was giving the board a status update about the ARPA projects, but this morning the board, it seems, is gonna restructure that status update process. So I just wanted you to know we're waiting for board direction on what you want that to look like, and Caitlin and the rest of our staff are happy to work with you, as is the clerk, on what you want that to look like. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So just let us know when you know what you would like to see.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right, anyone else? 2:26, meeting adjourned. Thank you.